Okay, so it is an extreme privilege and an honor for me to get to speak to one of my childhood academic heroes. And I would first like to introduce you in my own way. And I'll introduce you by using your words. Professor, you said that in this Gaza genocide, there have been three heroes that have emerged. One you said are the Palestinian doctors and the paramedics, and we can add the Palestinian journalists as well, who despite being in the killing field, continued and remained steadfast to saving the lives and speaking out for the Palestinian lives and the Gazan lives. So they deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. Second, you said, are the South Africans who had the courage and the bravery to hold the hand of the biggest criminal in the world and take them to the biggest court of the world, the International Court of Justice, where they officiated the word of genocide against Israel. And also now they have won the case on the settlements as well. So they also deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. Third, you said, are the Houthis, who, feeling for the pain of their brothers in Gaza because they went through the blockade, inhumane blockade as well. So they said there will be no business as usual, using your words, there shall be no business as usual until the issue of Palestine is resolved. So they deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. But I'll say to the top of my voice that there is a fourth person. There is a fourth person who also deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. And that person, whenever there are major events in history, like wars or conflicts or genocides, people only look at two things. Number one is who are the opposing groups, and number two, who was on the truth. Who was on the truth, and who was the oppressor, and who was the oppressed. And for ascertaining who was on the truth, they always look towards academics and historians. The best academic for the past several decades on this Israel-Palestine issue, I believe, is none other than Professor Norman Gary Finkelstein, and I believe you, sir, deserve a Nobel Peace Prize on this.
Well, thank you for your kind words. Excuse me. When I made that statement, there was not yet another development, which was the student demonstrators. And that began probably, about 3 months ago, the demonstrations. And they too showed really exemplary courage and just sheer human decency. For an American student, now I'm saying strictly for an American student, it was a very high price. Students were expelled, students were suspended, students were denied the right to attend their graduations, students went to jail and accumulated an arrest record. They paid the price, and they were steadfast literally to the last day, till the graduation ceremony. So I would put them in that, I would add them to that list of three that I mentioned, or that you quoted earlier. I would also note, in addition to the doctors in Gaza, was the large number of doctors around the world who volunteered to go to Gaza and risk their lives. At least in the West, the doctor, a medical doctor, is the highest paying profession. And it takes a lot of talent and conscientiousness to achieve the position of a medical doctor. And to risk all of it to go over to Gaza, it's a deeply moving testament to an aspect of humanity that's sometimes forgotten in all the horrors that unfold every day, everywhere.